feels some tension. His teeth grind, but he plays it cool until Ralph says something really disgusting about how women like Lisa need to be tamed like wild horses. That's it. Peter snaps. He throws the whole chessboard across the cafe and storms out. Ralph just thinks Peter's mad about losing things. But we know it wasn't about him. Out of the street, Peter runs into Abigail. She's come all the way to Milan before her dad and stops at the very center seat. She tells him everything. She heard the voicemail called the number, and yet the guy's definitely still obsessed. Peter, still furious, drags her back to the apartment and shows her everything, every photo, every message. He reads the emails out loud, even though she begs him to stop. It's too much. Abigail breaks down. She begs him, let it go, Dad. What done is done. You can't change anything now. Mom is gone, but Peter isn't letting go. He grabs a knife, heads out the door, and marches straight to Ralph's apartment. He creeps up the stairs like a hunter. The door opens, and then, plot twist. Ralph isn't living in a fancy apartment. He's a building foreman. All this time, Peter thought he was chasing some rich guy. But no, Ralph is a boy with a cheap uniform and a bunch of books. When Ralph sees Peter, he's terrified, like actually scared. Peter was done playing games. He walked into Ralph's building holding a hammer. Yeah, an actual hammer, ready to make this personal. But when Ralph opened the door, he wasn't holding a weapon. He was holding a turtle. Yeah, a turtle. Apparently, it was a gift. He bought it for Lisa. Thought she'd find it cute. Peter stared at the thing completely stunned and just walked away. Back at the hotel, Peter's daughter was being waited. She begged him again to let Lisa rest in peace and stop something sex. Sorry, Ralph. Lisa's not coming. She's dead. And by the way, she's my wife. You could hear Ralph's heartbreak from that tree. What? No, that can't be. She didn't say anything. How did she die? Peter sits down. His voice is cold. Cancer. She didn't tell me. You weren't special, Ralph. She hit it from both ends. You're happy. Peter's eyes burn. What about our future? What about our family? There's silence. Heavy, awful silence. And then Peter remembers something a moment from a final days. He gave Lisa a piece of paper and said, write down the one place you were happy. She got mine too. If we both write the same thing, we'll know. But Lisa never wrote anything. Even with death around the corner, she kept her secrets. Peter breaks down. All this time, he just wanted answers. Some closure. Some proof that their lives together missing. But all he got was silence. Ralph quietly tells him, what we have is real too. Maybe not the kind you wanted, but real. And Peter finally walks away. No reason. No justice. No peace. Just heartbreak. And just when Peter thought he had it all figured out, Ralph drops one final truth bomb. Lisa loved him. True. Deeply. She knew about his struggles. She knew he was broke. And you know what? She paid off all his debts. Quietly. Without telling anyone. Because she didn't love his life. She loved him. Peter stood there chatting. The woman he thought he knew. The woman who stood beside him for 25 years. Had a whole other life. And in that life, she gave her heart to someone else. He didn't disturb her. He didn't throw anything. He just walked away. He left Italy, went back to England, and the last time he said. That's when he heard it. Her voice. Lisa's voice like a ghost in his head, telling him to let go, to move on, to finally say goodbye. And he did. Peter arranged a memorial for Lisa. Something small, elegant, beautiful. And yes, he invited Ralph. Yeah, he invited a man who stole his wife's son. Ralph showed up, nervous, quiet, and when it was his turn to speak, he delivered a heartfelt, poetic truth. It wasn't just about love. It was about lives, about memories, about the pain of knowing someone so deeply and still never fully happy. Peter sat there, holding together by his way. Thinking, why did I invite him? Why am I putting myself